Hi there, lovely stitchers. I hope you're all really well. I just thought I would come on and show you my little, well, shall I say little haul? It's not a little haul, and I apologise from the off. Heather and I went to the Knit and Stitch. No, we didn't. We went to the Stitch Festival in Islington in London last week, and we had a whale of a time. It's the first time we've actually been. We don't normally sort of go that far afield, to be honest, and for that many days at a time. So we made a decision at the beginning of sort of, I think it was last year, that we would go to as many different festivals, stitch, quilt and that kind of thing, as we could, to just get the feel of what's going on and what people are buying, what people are going towards. Anyway, just so for our own sort of knowledge, really. But this one was going to be a biggie, and we decided that we would stay a few days, do London, do some sightseeing, go to Liberties and various other things. So that's what we aimed to do. So on the very first festival, Knitting and Stitching Festival, we went to in Harrogate, we went with some friends, and one of the friends said to me, here's his tip: go round the festival first before you buy anything, and then you can take stock of what's there, what you like, who's got what, that kind of thing, and then come back and do your shopping. So that was our aim. We were very sort of pointed in that I had a list and the list said any and all scissors, and we'll get to that shortly. But we started off in all good sort of faith, but as ever, I always like to buy a little souvenir if I can, and this was my one from the Stitch Festival, a little tote bag with the canvas rainbow straps, and a little freebie, which is always nice, isn't it? Always nice to get a freebie. Whatever amount of money you spend, it's always nice to get a little tiny freebie. And I thought this was really cool. I mean, that is going in my glove box in my car, because it's just really useful. So there we go. So that was the first thing we did. I didn't even draw breath, and that was it. I'd bought that. So there we go. You can see where this is going, can't you? So as we sort of wandered round, I stopped at a, oh, there's a great big bumblebee in here. Let me just open a window, just a moment. Come on. There you go. No? Let's come back in. Okay. We stopped at this at Thimble Wood stand. Now, at a previous show we've been to, she had a huge stand, and Michelle, who owns Thimble Wood and is the designer of all the patterns, she was saying that she was sort of crammed on and didn't have quite enough space to show us everything. But anyway, I came across this little beach hut, which flops down. It's a kit, and it's a sewing box, and you can pop your scissors in, and it's got a little seagull for your pin cushion, that kind of thing. Anyway, it's gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. But you get everything you need in here to make up the kit. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm rubbish with kits. I think I've said this a dozen times. I'm not very good at following instructions. Well, I'm good at following instructions, but I don't like to. I like to be my own. I like to do my own thing. So I buy kits and then never do them. So I want you to hold me accountable for these and make sure that I make them up. So that was, once the bubble had popped, that was it. We were on a roll. We'd not even gone round and I was already buying something. Heather bought a little cottage as well from the same company, but she's lovely, and she is Thimble Wood on Instagram, and she's got some gorgeous stuff, so go and check her out, please do. Anyway, let's talk about any and all scissors. On my little list, and I'm just going to have a look for it. I did create a list, as always, of things that I want, and at the top it says Ernest Wright in capitals and a heart. That meant I wanted to buy myself some new scissors, and if you are a regular on my YouTube, you'll know that I have a love-hate relationship with a certain brand of scissor, and I really wanted to treat myself, so I did, and I wasn't disappointed, to be honest. They two lovely gents, and they sort of measured me up for a pair of scissors, because I struggle with this sort of muscle here to lift and let it go, and these were, once you get them on the bench, they are beautiful to cut. Anyway, they were my sort of treat to myself. And even though Ernest Wright are on my doorstep in Sheffield, they're about 30 minutes from me, I still knew that I was going to buy scissors from them in London. But they were very, very good, and they said to me, because I've got this old pair, I'm going to fetch it down, I know I'm digressing, I've got this old pair of shears that were my granny's, and they told me, they thought I might have brought them with me, but I thought it might be a bit risky on the tube. So they said they were going to they'll refurbish these for me if I pop them into the works in Sheffield. So that will be a little job that I'm going to do, because they are probably around about, they're easily 50 years old, because I can remember them as a child, so easily that. So anyway, that was my treat to myself. Not that anything else isn't a treat, it is, but you know, they were very expensive, but last a lifetime, hopefully. So I don't know what order I did things in, and Heather's probably got hers all in order and knows the shops and knows how much they were. I'm rubbish, I have no idea. But I do know, I've been following Kate Blandford on Instagram for a while, because she does these amazing floss drops in acrylic, and they're dead modern. You know, they're not the old sort of cardboardy or wood kind of things. These are like an acrylic, I'm just making sure I'm in the middle of the centre, an acrylic floss drop. And if you don't know what a floss drop is, I'm going to just try and show you. Have I got something that can be put on it? I'll just use one piece of thread. If you're doing a kit and it's got lots of different flossers, threads, embroidery thread, you'd get your skein and you'd thread it up through. Oops, like this. Okay, and you get your whole skein on that. I'll show you a little kind of, it's not quite the same, but it's similar sort of thing. And if you've cut this end to the length, you can then lift it out. I'll get a needle. You've probably seen me do this several times when you've been watching me. You lift one up and pull, and that's your perfect length. But you put your whole skein in there and do that. So I wish now I'd bought lots more, but I didn't. But I will be going back on Kate's shop. And then I'd seen these as well on her shop, and I thought, well, I wasn't going to buy them on the shop. I thought I'll wait, pardon me, I'll wait till I get to the Stitch Festival, but she didn't have any made up, so basically she asked us what colour we wanted. I chose pink, Heather chose gold, I think, and she made them up while we wait. Well, we went for another swish around and she made them up and we came back for them later. But again, floss. But the clever thing about this is it's got little slots in it. I don't know whether or not you can see. It's got little slots. And the idea with that is you pop your DMC, or your bit where it's got the number, and you cut that off and you thread it through so you know what number it is, which I thought was a genius idea. Well done, Kate. Little pair of scissors in a sparkly case. Needle minder. For those of you who don't know what a needle minder is, you pop it on your work. It's got two magnets, and say you were stitching, that you put that there and that there, and then your needle goes on and you don't lose it. Well, hopefully you don't. I have several of them. I love them, and I do like to buy them if I see them. They're sort of a new thing, but they're gorgeous. Anyway, then some little needle threaders with the hearts on as well, and they all came in that nice colour, all pinks, all lovely. So I was really thrilled with that, and as I say, she did those as we waited. I'm just going to pause you because I can hear the sun and air. Oh, so I'm back. Sorry about that. It's Harvey. It doesn't matter when I start filming, you guarantee he wants to come in and have a nosy. Anyway, so that was Kate. I then went over to my favourite Paintbox Threads. I absolutely adore Paintbox Threads, and these are hand-dyed spun silk, and I wanted the variegation because the beautiful thing about Paintbox Threads is their variegation isn't very long. I've found with other brands, you get a long variegation, and it seems pointless really if you're only doing a small thing. So, but I've not had these colours, and I could have spent an absolute fortune just on Paintbox Threads in its own right. They do perlays, they do silks, I don't know whether they do stranded cottons, I'm not sure, but anyway, they are well worth having a look. And what she'll do is if you go onto her Etsy shop, she does like little boxes of surprises, and it's got all bits of fabrics in that she's dyed, all sorts of things like that, and they'll like be a little one-off, so worth having a little look. And I don't know whether or not she ships worldwide, but honestly worth a little look. But I do advocate, I don't know her name unfortunately, but I do love her threads. So this little beautiful bag of stuff, and I have Bazaar, bazaarshop.co.uk. So I spotted these recycled silk balls, handmade in Nepal, and I just loved the colours and just thought, you know what, they're great for slow stitching and couching down. So I got a couple of those, and they're only about £2 each, really cheap. But actually what I was on there looking at were the shisha mirrors. I don't know about you guys, but I struggle to get shisha mirrors that that aren't in huge bulks of boxes. So these were about £1 each, or £3. So I was thrilled, to be honest. They aren't perfect, but it doesn't matter with Shisha because you're going to stitch around it. So look out for those coming your way soon on a slow stitch. And some pearl, a smooth pearl, because it was in small amounts, because again you tend to find this is in huge bulk, and it goes tarnished, and that's why I don't like to buy big amounts of it. But it was randomly on that stall, but hey, so that was a nice little find. So yes, I will be using those in a slow stitch. What else have we got? Oh, a couple of these little purse, I'm sorry about the crinkling, purse clasps, because I'd seen some, a huge fly. Sorry everybody if it's bumbling around. It's because we've got all the windows and doors open and everything's sort of coming to life. It's springtime and we seem to have bumblebees, giant bumblebees and giant flies knocking about now. So yeah, I've seen something that I'd really like to do, and it calls for a clasp like this, and I thought, I saw these, and it's not very often you see them with these nice little beads on the top. So yes, treated myself to them. I'm just working my way down. And right, this Jenerates, don't know, I didn't know, but she was from the Sewing Bee, a lady from the Sewing Bee, and what this is, but I didn't really sort of understand what I was buying because I just saw circles and thought, oh, perfect for drawing around for yo-yos and stuff at puffs. So that's brilliant. But what it actually is if you've got your pattern and it says generate seam circles to add seam and hem allowances, draft facings, mark stitching lines and more. So pick your size, keep your pencil in the centre of the hole, okay, and then you literally follow. I haven't got a piece of pattern. Let's have a look. Let me look. Oh, I have. Reggie's now barking at that bumblebee. So what you do is you follow. This is what she's saying. You pattern along, and it adds a seam allowance. I mean, I've not done very well there, but can you see? Might have to have a bit of a steadier hand. I'm not the best, but you get the idea. That's like a 1 centimetre. It's saying 1 centimetre seam allowance all along. And I'm wondering if you can make your size up. Don't know. I'm going to have a little. She has got a video on her website, so I'll have a look. But what I bought, what I thought I was buying, and what I actually bought. Jen Hogg. Now I believe she was on our Sewing Bee, but I very rarely watch it these days. So, but I was chatting away to her, I didn't know who she was, so she probably thought, how ignorant. I didn't ask her for an autograph. I don't know. Apologies for that. So yeah, that was a little one of those things you buy when you know when you sort of in a great big load of crowded people and you see something and you think, yeah, that looks great. That's one of those buys. So there was a lot of Indian silks at the show, a lot of camphor inspired work, lots of Indian block painting. Right, just bear with me. Oh, sorry. Huge bumblebee. It must have been as big as that, and Reggie just wanted to play with it. So anyway, I've caught it in a glass and it's let it outside. So yes, there was lots of Indian inspired works, but I bought a couple of these and then I've divided them up between myself and Heather, because I just thought these were beautiful, and I do love shiny stuff. Look at that, gorgeous. So a little bit of embroidered and sequins, really lovely. And like I said, I bought a couple of those. I couldn't tell you what stand it was, but they're £6. I'm just trying to make a little pile of things that we've already done. Right, Imogen Melissa, she was a beading lady. She did some beautiful hoops with beaded pictures on. Really gorgeous, really gorgeous. And I mean, a little bead scoop. Who doesn't need one of those in their life? A minute hoop again, and a shell. Oh, didn't need any of that, but you know, always has to come home with you. A little, for tiny-eyed needles, a needle threader, because I do struggle with it. I think you've seen me. I struggle to thread the needle because I try to rush. So you know, that's my. So I just sort of give that a whirl. But those ones with the little metal hook, I think, have been rubbish. So, well, you know. So next up, I want to say I went and found. Well, I'd seen this on the way round, and I thought, oh, I like you. So it was done as a cushion. But when I came back, it was like a 8 panel. Oops, that's upside down. So with birds, hedgehog, deer, fox, swans, a hare, and squirrel and bird. I mean, that's what. Foxwood panel. Macawa, UK, 100% cotton, and that was £9 for that panel, and I thought that was an absolute bargain. I don't know about you, but they'd quilted this, and they'd done it machine quilting, machine embroidered quilting. Now I have no idea how that works, but I'm going to say I'm off to Ireland, and my friend who I'm going to stay with, Pauline, hello if you're listening, she does machine embroidery, and I think she might be able to show me. Or if anybody knows, do you put the batting on and embroider, or do you embroider this then put the batting on? I don't know. Or do you sandwich it between the back, the batting, and the front? Got no idea. So that's a whole exploration. I maybe have to do a little video of me learning how to do that. But I picked up some more fat quarters that sort of went with it, because they'd done like a panel of quilting. I don't know. I have no idea about the terminology for quilting. I do apologise for you quilters out there that are watching, and I'm sure you're going to give me some great ideas, because I don't know where to start. Or better still, send me in the direction of somebody on YouTube who might be able to show me what to do. So yeah, that I love. But the room that it's going in is very predominantly blue and white, so I just thought, and I've got a window seat which I thought I could either do a throw by splitting these up and making it bigger, or several cushions and a throw. I don't know, but I just loved, I can't pass a hair by, can I? I love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, and then of course our favourite, Shute Lane. Love Vicky at Shute Lane. Now Vicky does her own artwork and then gets them printed onto a fabric, and they're so beautiful. I'm not sure, this is going to be a cushion again, don't know, I haven't thought it through. I might even just embroider it and make it into a panel for the wall. Not thought that, I just saw it and I knew that. I've got the small version of it, this little size version of this, and I loved it, and I knew what I said to her. I said, oh, you got the big panel, because I want that. But what happens is she's got, like, she has these in all sizes, that size, this size, and then she'll do like a small repeat print all on one of these, and you can make up quilts and bunting and cushions and, oh gosh, all sorts of things. The tiny ones, the tiny versions, she'd got a doll's house and she'd made little cushions for it. It's so adorable, really lovely, proper doll's house size, and I am a doll's houser. So I got 3 butterflies, butterflies. She'd got some more, but she'd not got them in stock, so when I go next time, again, flowers. I think did I get more flowers? Let's have a look. Yeah, sunflower, daisy, thistle. I loved that. So that was, and then toadstools and mushrooms. But Heather uses these for bunting, and that she'd got bunting made up, but I used them for Christmas cards and birthday cards and things like that, because they're lovely, you know, putting a bit of embroidery on them and then just appliquing them on. So they're beautiful for handmade stuff like that. But yeah, Shute Lane, she's lovely, and like I say, she has so many, yeah, lap panel, cushion square, mini squares, standard squares, limited edition pack. Not quite sure what that was, but really lovely, worth a little look online. So more kits. I'm going to talk about this one. Heather got a little mouse, Elsie mouse, I think she got, in the dress and a little knitted jumper. And I said, well, get me the little Georgie mouse with the dungarees and I'll make him. And again, you get everything in there. Instructions, pattern, fabrics, little, oh, that's cute, little bit of thread. So yeah, I think the only thing you don't get in there is it's got needles. There's a pair of scissors to cut it out in. I mean, I don't know how much they were, I can't remember. I think, as I say, it was a bit like I was a bit like a kid in a sweet shop. I have no idea. I just want to say on that note, I know I seem like I've bought a lot, and I have bought a lot, but I do save up. I don't really sort of go on foreign holidays and all that. This is my thing, I love it. So she also did this quilt, tea party quilt, applique and patchwork. Now, this is just a pattern, but again, I'm not a quilter. But it was the applique, that shapes that I was going with. And yes, I can draw this myself, but would I? Possibly not. But it looks like what she's done is she's machine embroidered again. So Cotton Fairy. I don't know, Catherine Ross. I've not seen or heard of her before, but anyway, that's, hopefully you can see. It's got like a tea set and bits and bobs, cake, that kind of thing. And I just like that because I know that there's the sort of thing that I will use, even if it's not in a quilting context. I'll use it for something else. And last but by all means not least, from the Stitch Festival, oh no, I think I've got something else. Yeah, I have. Felting. I have been hanging my nose over some felting for a couple of years, and I've always sort of gone, no, I don't think so. But I think on the Instagram we showed our felted fairies that we made, and I was hooked. So I bought this Stormy Landscape, but I've seen them made into journal covers and stuff like that, so that's where my sort of thought process is going. And I believe that everything's in there to make it. I haven't really looked, but I will. So again, a kit. Oh dear. Oh. This is the problem when I don't buy fabric from these places because I can never decide. It's so overwhelming. So I never buy fabric by the meter. So I tend to go for kits. So the last are these. And these are for rag rugging, apparently. Raggedy Ann, I believe she is, on Facebook or Instagram. And these have got cashmere in them. But for me, I won't be rag rugging, but I think these would be perfect little bits for slow stitching. Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I'd seen them before when I'd gone to knitting and stitching, and I think I'd seen this tweedy one, and I didn't go back. So when I saw, I knew that I was going to have a little go on. I thought, yeah, you're for me. But have a look on the website, Raggedy Ann. If you're into rag rugging, you'll know exactly what these are for, but they're not what I'm going to do with them. These are more for my slow stitching, as I say. And she also had this sari silk ribbon string, which I again love that. So yeah, that was my Stitch Festival haul shopping spree. And like I say, I know it seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but it is a treat, and it is sort of me personally being, I'm on my own. I don't really go out on holidays and things like that, so I tend to do these kind of things where I feel like I'm safe in my own sort of environment with lots of people that are in my kind of world, if you like. So that was, so I was going to carry on and do the Liberty one. I'm just going to have a look how long we've been going. Oh yeah, let's go. So Liberty, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen that I've done a little build up for the Liberty stuff. Oh gosh, this place, Liberty, I mean the bag on its own, it's I can't explain going into Liberty, what it feels like and what it's, if you've never been and you're into sewing and fabrics, then it's well worth a trip. It really, really is. I think Heather's shown you that we bought a tote bag, and this was made up of Liberty squares. So yeah, I love it. When you go into Liberty, you enter through the main doors and it's got a florist, and that florist smells so divine. The scent of the flowers far outweighs the perfumes that are in there, so you know, be warned. A little patch, a crown patch, why not? We all need a crown patch. Pin cushion, Liberty pin cushion, I mean, oh, gorgeous. We bought some Liberty offcuts fabric. These are like they're not a fat quarter, they're like the long quarter, you know, quarter of a metre, half a metre of the fabric. But I'm going to say I opened these up, they were in 2 separate packets, and I can't remember which one was which here. They've not got the name on, but I will find out. But I went two completely different, but when I opened them, they smell divine. They smell like Liberties. And I had to message Heather. Oh, in fact, I think I FaceTimed her and said, open your fabric and smell it. She thought I was bonkers. But anyway, yeah, it smells absolutely beautiful. And so I keep putting it back in the plastic polythene. I know Heather showed you this. I mean, totally unnecessary, but necessary. The Liberty building. Liberties was built by I can't remember his name now. I did a little bit of research, and the timbers, he wanted it mock Tudor, and he bought 2 battleships, warships that were made of oak, and they used that for the timber, and that's why they've got a little ship on as a weather vane on the top. But the chimney pots, oh yeah, they're out of this world. The whole place is out of this world. All of the wood, all the timbers are beautiful. It's got, how much was this? Oh dear, I didn't tell you. So it's, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the stuff in it's not top notch. You know, I would have liked it to be a little bit more exclusive, but hey ho. Little pin cushion, some scissors. I would probably put some magic clips in there as well, probably a bit of thread. But yeah, it'll just probably sit on the shelf and never get used, but glorious in its own right. How gorgeous is that? Oh, I can't remember what the fabric's called. Oh, but you know, I think because I'm overwhelmed with it, I should have just done a Merchant and Mills entomology pins. You've seen me use these. I buy these when I see them, you know, if I can see them at Knit and Stitch or anything like this, because to buy them from Merchant and Mills you have to pay about £5 or £6 postage, so I tend to buy these when I spot them. But I love them because they're super fine. Here's some, yeah, like super fine, gorgeous through fabrics. But yeah, I'll use them. And last but not least, and this is called the Strawberry Thief, and she said this one is the new, this blue fabric is the new latest fabric out. So I thought, well, I'll have that. So a little beehive, pin cushion, some scissors, gorgeous. Again, not the best quality scissors, but you know, and a tape measure. You know, I love a tape measure. And that's it, ladies and gents. I've exhausted. Oh dear me. I hope I haven't overwhelmed you with all the shopping, but I mean, I did say to Heather, I feel a little bit like I'm going a bit overboard with the show and tell, but she said that people love to see it as much as I love to see what people have been and bought, to be honest. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and obviously, you know, give me the thumbs up and let me know in the comments if there's anything that you think that might help me, point me in the right direction of the quilting for sure. But happy stitching as always, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.